The biggest Dubai scams in Dubai, which you have to avoid. Of course, you get it anywhere in the world, but I'm going to tell you some scams which you have to beware if you are relocating here and you want to open a business. I'm Chris Elliott from the Chris Elliott Group, and I'm going to give you all the information of how you can avoid all the scams. The rental scam, all of you maybe have seen it before. There's one. I previously had one client and she asked me, she got a link and she asked me, is that real? Because the price was very cheap. And I looked into it and straight away I saw was an Airbnb link, but it wasn't the real Airbnb link. There was some addition to that domain name. The client didn't see it, but I saw it and I thought, no, don't pay because it's not real. Also, there could be some other fake listings on Airbnb or on Property Finder, but usually it doesn't happen because on Property Finder you have to verify the listing, and on Airbnb also it's just a thing with the domain name that could be changed. Or if you're paying someone up front for a property, which you maybe not know, so always beware if he's taking cash, if he's taking wire transfer, credit card. Beware of this stuff, but if you're not sure, just send us a WhatsApp, DM us also below. The taxis, transportation, also very important. Usually if you go with these yellow caps or the black caps, they have the taxi meters and you can't really get scammed if it's on. And usually it's 99%. I haven't seen it before in the UAE. And also when I'm coming here on the airport, people think I'm a tourist, but I'm living here already since 4.5 years. The only thing which you have to beware is if someone's going to be approaching with the airport or somewhere out the streets, that you have to be careful what price he offers. If you know the prices of where you're going to, it's not a problem. But also you don't have to be aware because in Dubai it's very safe, so nothing will happen. They won't kidnap you or something like this. This is 100% won't happen here in Dubai. So just beware if someone approaches you, they can drive you somewhere or something. Of the pricing. But if you want to be sure, always use the yellow caps or the black caps if it's at the airport or somewhere else or on the app on Karim. Another one, the tourist attractions, of course. Beware of them because, for example, you can go to the Hatta, to the desert. There's some attraction, desert trips where you can have the barbecue, you can have the desert, the safari, the camel riding. There's also some companies which offer scams in the end, so you pay maybe cheaper price up front. The usual good price would be to go to the desert or the combination I mentioned, 400 to 600 dirham, which is maybe roughly about 100-200 US dollar, and it's worth it, I can tell you that. And there's some companies which offer, will say 100 dirham or 150 dirham, but then when you go there they will say you have to pay extra for VIP, you have to pay extra for the camel riding, you have to pay extra for the quad, you have to pay extra for the pictures. So beware of these things. Always check maybe the Google reviews. You can see also if there's already scams there. The company really exists. You can ask for the company license and how is your feeling with them? Is there a lot of people already going with them? So these are the main things. But if you really want to be sure and you're staying in a hotel, of course, if it's something offered from the hotel, it's usually always not a scam. Another one, of course, the online shopping, or if you go into the supermarkets, always beware of that. If you're ordering at the right supermarket and the online retail stores, it's very seldom, but what can happen if you order and you see a product, just for example, maybe you're ordering a phone or you want to buy some groceries, which is like coffee or Kellogg's, for example, and you see the price is very cheap. That could already be a warning signal that the product is not a real product. And when you order it, you will see that the package doesn't even look real. But it's very simple. You just make a complaint. If you order, for example, on Talabat or InstaShop or anywhere else, you can just make the complaint and you get your refund back. Even if you go on Amazon or Noon, you will send it back and you get the money back. So in the end, it's very simple and easy. And then another one, the massage. You probably see if you go to GBR Marina, Dera, there's always these massage cards on the floor. Beware of them. If you want to go to a massage, they could maybe rob your things. It doesn't have to happen, yeah? But if you want to make sure that you go to the right massage salon and you want some relaxation, check on Google. Check for the big massage salon, maybe Yin Yang, for example. There's a couple. Yin Yang is a big massage salon. They have a lot of locations here. If you go to the smaller ones, just check, how is it inside? Do you feel safe? Do you feel good? Have they got Google reviews? But overall, it is so safe here in UAE, Dubai. So if something happens really to you, you get robbed or something, you can straight away go to the police. It never happened to me, to be honest. And I've been to many places around the world, and I can tell you most places aren't safe. Even in Germany, it's not safe. I couldn't not wear a watch there. I would have to go like this around the streets now. Here you wouldn't even think about. I can promise you, we're here in that address hotel. We'll show you some very rich people, and we could just walk back out of the address here now, and we could leave the phone and we could leave the laptop here, and we could go shopping. We come back later. We can come back tomorrow, and I promise you that the equipment will still be here. And do we have CCTV? I think we have somewhere. Right there, we have it. But anyway, doesn't matter. You feel so safe. Another one, the fake employment visa. So you can apply for a job from outside. The agencies will ask for upfront money, but there is no job, for example. And also what can happen if you get the job and you are on a test period, for example, the company might not give you the salary. That can also happen. Of course, every country in the world, you get these things. But beware of a couple of things. The one of, if you're sending money to the agency, if a company is promising you a job and promising already some money, beware of that. That might not pay you out. So if any one of you have had any issues yet with the scams or experiences, or they're not sure, you can just comment below. This will also help us for the video and others to beware of a lot of things, Is in any country you travel, there's always something. But the unique thing is in the UAE that everything is with CCTV, everything is safe. So these things are very, very limited. Of course, everywhere there is some fraud going on. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, yeah? But overall, it's very safe. So if you like this video, share, comment below, subscribe to our channel, and watch the other videos, and book that free consultation call. I will help you of setting up a company here in Dubai, of relocating, and if you want to invest in the property market, of getting golden visa or buying secondary off plan, I'll get you in touch with Kevin, our real estate expert in the UAE.